You know what you should do? You should follow me on Twitter at Brommer018. Link in the description. Do it now. How's it going, guys? Brommer18 back again with another episode of our career mode series on FIFA 20 with AC Milan. If you haven't checked out the previous episode 20 that was, then please do go and watch that one first before moving on to this one. It's a massive episode that I have in store for you today. We've got the semi-final second leg of the Coppa Italia against Lazio for you, and also we have the second leg of the round of 16 game against Liverpool. They were both in the previous episode and they started off well for both of them. We of course are 2-0 up on aggregate against Lazio, whereas against Liverpool we're also 3-2 up, but they do of course have 2 away goals, so it's going to be a tough test going to Anfield and also the Stadio Olimpico as well. So in between this and the last episode I have played 2 games. One was against Spout and the other against Fiorentina. Now I did actually want to record the highlights of these. I wanted to play them both, but I came to the Fiorentina one and it turns out EA can't even provide the highlights of all the goals that happened in the game. So, you know, there's no point in me showing you just some of them. So, you know, I could just show you the results. We did win 3-0 against Spout and then an emphatic 6-1 win against Fiorentina. We played very well in that game, and that's well, the performances from those two have influenced my decisions for the team ahead of this game. So we can go into the team and I'll show you sort of what's going on. We're going to stick with the 4-3-3 and this is the lineup we're going with. A couple of things to note. Rebic is on brilliant scoring form. I think he scored in all of the last 3 games. I think he scored 4 in 3 now. So he's absolutely on fire at the moment. So that's why we've kept him in. We played him in both Spout and Fiorentina and he scored in both of them. So Haaland doesn't get a look in. Callahan scored a hat-trick in the last game against Fiorentina, so he's in. Chiesa comes back into the fold as well. Looking at elsewhere, Hernandez had a bit of a rest over the last couple of games, as has Thiago Silva, Van der Beek as well. So we're going to return them to the side. Other than that, of course, we are thinking of the Liverpool game as well. So we're trying not to make players just sort of fatigued for that game, because that is also a massive game. So we're trying to rotate as best as we can. One important thing to note, this guy, Alessandro Giordano, 57 rated, 16 years old. He's from my youth academy. I just promoted him before starting this episode and I'm absolutely delighted with what I see. Now that is a proper youth academy graduate. That is a proper candidate. High work rate, 4-star weak foot, 4-star skill moves. Not this shit, whatever that is. Low work rate, 1-star skill moves, absolute disgrace. But this is where we're talking. This is how we're talking. High work rate, absolutely love the look of him. So at some point he's going to get some chances this season. We'll make sure to be training him and to keep on top of that, and I'm very much looking forward to seeing what he can offer. So keep an eye out for him in the future. But apart from that, there's not too much more to talk about other than let's begin this game in the second leg against Lazio. Oh, he's cross goal. What a save from Donnarumma. Keeps us in this tie so far. And we can break away now. Just a heads up, guys. Something I want to quickly show you. I have begun to change the sliders a little bit, just to try and make it not only more realistic, but also a bit more challenging for me. So what we've done is we've increased the marking for the opposition, so that they'll mark a little bit tighter. And we've also increased the run frequency as well. So, we found they're a little bit passive in game. So hopefully the opposition attackers will make more runs in behind. We've also upped the injury frequency for both teams as well, just because, we don't really get any injuries in game, but it's quite realistic, for players to be pulling up and stuff. So hopefully that will, have a little bit of an impact. Oh, we've got to watch this pass out wide. We haven't Lukaku now running. Kessié tracking that run. He's got acres of space to drive into here, and he does have the pace on him. He's going to whip it towards the back post. It's a great cross. Donnarumma to the save again, and then the second player gets caught offside. But tell you what, Gianluigi Donnarumma has had a fantastic start to this game. Saved 2 big saves twice already. Oh, he's going to whip it in. And there's the header, and it has been coming. Lazio have had a couple of chances. They will feel hard done by not to have scored. And Sergej Milinkovic-Savic has finally opened the deadlock for them. And we didn't trap that run that time. It's actually Hernandez at the back post. No, it's unfair to say he didn't trap the run. He did keep him in the zonal area, but he's just got the beating of him. You know, Milinkovic-Savic is a lot taller than Theo Hernandez. And it's shown there as well. He's got the right matchup. And Lazio, to be fair, do have a deserved lead in this game. But it's still 2-1 on aggregate, so we do still have a good chance. Here we can hit them on the break now. Chiesa, space to drive into. Loves running at defenders like this. He's got players bombing forward. Van der Beek, who looked to toss it on one more. Kessié falls to Rebic. Save. And he's out for a corner yet again. Oh, brilliant defending from Thiago Silva. Now can we throw some men forward here? Callion's looking for space. He's found it as well. It's a great run. He can shift it along to Rebic. Has he stayed on side? Oh, he has, but the touch is horrendous. That's 3 opportunities for Rebic now. And he hasn't scored any of them. Now Lazio are going to look to hit us on the break. Oh, the Fandalva's in here. And this is a great opportunity for 2-2. Thiago Silva can't keep up, but Donnarumma makes another save, and he may have just won us this tie. He's had a wonderful game, and I tell you what, he is without doubt man of the match. And as we look to play it over the pitch here, Iñaki Williams has got space to drive into, but it should actually be full time pretty soon. We may have one more opportunity just to try and seal the tie off. Iñaki Williams coming in. Oh, it's cleared. And surely that's got to be full time. Yes, it is. I tell you what, it was a poor performance on the day. We really didn't deserve this win. But we win on aggregate, so we deserve it overall. In the first half, we were by far the better team and should have probably scored more today. Lazio were the better team, and that man right there, without doubt, man of the match, Gianluigi Donnarumma, making repeatedly saves in order to keep us in the game. And despite Sergej Milinkovic-Savic getting 1 goal back, it wasn't enough on the day to get them back into the tie. And so we go through 2-1 in the end on aggregate, and we will take that all day long. So we're through to the final, and we can still retain our trophy from last season. Just having a look here, guys, it looks like we will have Juventus in the final. They beat Inter Milan 2-1 also on aggregate. It was 1-1 after the first leg, but that's one that we can look forward to towards the end of the season. So just before we do get into the Liverpool game, we do have one game to simulate against Bologna in the league. I have, of course, made lots of changes for this. In particular, one person I want to point you out to is Alen Halilovic. He played in the 2 games in between the last episode, so against Spal and against Fiorentina, and he played very well, getting himself a goal in the process. So I'm very impressed with him so far. So, you know, keep an eye out for him making more appearances at some point. But apart from that, of course, lots of rotation in this team. But hopefully we can still get the win today. Of course, I am, I guess, prioritising this Liverpool game at the moment. Let's have a look. We do win 2-1 in the end. Rafael Leao, who has been limited in terms of opportunities recently, for sure, with Haaland and Rebic coming into the fold. But he does get 2 goals today, and he puts his name forward, you know, for the next game against Liverpool. Right, so it is the day of the game. I've done the lineup, and I know straight away you're going to be looking at thinking, what the f*** is that? Why is Haaland out wide? So let me just quickly explain. If you watched the last episode, you'd have seen that, you know, I spoke about how basically I think to beat Liverpool, you know, this is one system that can do it with your 2 up front, and you have one who's a target man, you know, i.e. Haaland, coming out wide into the spaces vacated by the fullbacks. And then you go direct to him, and then you play off him. So what happened in the last game is we had him on drift wide, and we had him playing as the target man, but he wasn't really doing anything. You know, he wasn't getting out into those areas. So what we decided to do is decided to move him to left wing, have him on stay forward and as a target man, and hopefully he will now position himself in those areas where the right back will have vacated. And then we can go direct to him and play off him. It might not work, don't get me wrong, but I'm going to give it a try. So away at Anfield, 3-2 on aggregate to us. Let's hope we can advance through to the quarterfinals.
And all systems go here at Anfield ahead of what should be an enthralling night of football. I'm Derek Ray, joined here on the commentary box as always by Lee Dixon, and it's the Champions League round of 16 second leg. It is Liverpool facing Milan.
Yeah, thanks Derek. Liverpool with plenty of work to do after that first leg. Well, it's very tight, Derek. That narrow defeat in the first leg won't be playing too much on their minds at the moment. They will feel they're very much still in this. What an early goal would do for their confidence.
This is how Liverpool start the game.
Right, so let's have a look at the lineup then. Just having a look at it, it looks exactly the same as the one that we did beat 3-2 just a few weeks ago. I'm struggling to see any other changes. So they are going with it. I guess it's a tried and tested one, and we'll see if it works out for them today. Of course, Lucas Paqueta once again playing against us. Did score in the last game thanks to a mistake from Gianluigi Donnarumma. So hopefully none of that today. Other than that though, looking at our side, the 4-4-2 remains. So I think, without further ado, we are pretty much good to go. Whoa, I don't like this at all. Oxlade-Chamberlain out to Ryan Kent. He'll go for goal, Firmino. And already they've scored within 3 minutes. We haven't even touched the ball. And already Liverpool are ahead. What's going on here? Jesus. Right, Oxlade-Chamberlain drives through the middle. Looks to slot it into Ryan Kent. One touch from Kent, and Firmino on a tight angle somehow sneaks it through. You know, that's really disappointing. And already we're behind without even touching the ball. What an awful start that is. And already we've got it all to do. Iñaki Williams. Kessié running off. Can he go one more to Callejon? He can, but it's a poor ball. Callejon looking to whip it back in. Haaland doesn't challenge there. Only as far as Tonali though. Space has opened up for a shot. It's saved from Alisson and out for a corner. What a strike that was. Tonali's picked up space quite a lot of times, but he's not making the most of it. This time it's unlucky. Oh, that's a great ball. On the header. Save from Alisson yet again. Can Haaland get to it first? Yes, he can. Kessié needs some sort of option. He's not getting it here. Someone needs to drop off. Calabria, thank you. Trying to get through to Callejon. Can he get one more to Calabria? He can. Is he offside? Yes, he is. We score, but it's offside. And that's just been the essentially just broadcast what our game's been like today. It's just not quite there. The quality is not quite there at the moment. Callejon's going to float this one in. Iñaki Williams is there. And it just drifts past the post. So unlucky. What is this? Oh, he's gone direct to Iñaki Williams. Now this is a chance to break. Liverpool have committed men forward. Iñaki Williams. Oh, he's taking it past Van Dijk and he's through one-on-one. Can he get us in front? Oh my word. Somehow he's bottled it. He's absolutely bottled this one-on-one. He gets the cut of the grass by getting it past Van Dijk, luckily. And then he shanks his chance. That is really poor. Really poor. Oh, he's cut it back. Salah's there. 2-0. Now we need 2 goals. And we are in trouble. We are in big, big trouble. We haven't taken our chance. Iñaki Williams, we have to thank for that. And at the back, we just fall asleep yet again. Runners are coming in unmarked. It's Theo Hernandez, is it, I think, who doesn't follow Salah. That's really poor. Just follow your man. After he's given go, just follow him, man mark. And Salah gets the opportunity. And it's 2-0. We've got to make changes now. We have to make changes. So what we've done, we made a couple of changes. Van der Beek comes into the middle. Kessié drops into that holding midfield role. And then we've taken Tonali off and brought on Rafael Leao. Williams will go onto the wing now, and Leao will go up top. We brought Haaland back into as a striker position, but remained as a target man. And also Lazio is out at left back as well. We've got it all to do now. One more to Lazio. We are still throwing men forward here. We need runs. What is Leao doing? Leao, what are you doing? Come on, make a run. Leao cuts back. Looks to go inside. Haaland's there. Saved. Oh my God. Just not going to happen. It's going to be full time, and we have lost this. We've really bottled it. And it's a very disappointing performance, as Liverpool have got one more opportunity here to score another. The breakthrough. Shaqiri. He's through. Goes across. Donnarumma saves. And as we kick this up, it will be full time. So we're out of the Champions League, and it's absolutely awful. We've lost both games in this episode, and we've got to be really disappointed with how it turned out. Really disappointed. Iñaki Williams bottled that one-on-one, and from there it just fell apart. Really fell apart. He needed to score that. He had a poor game. Leao came on and was just horrendous. Just a really awful performance all round, and the less said about that one, the better. So we are here on the day of the Roma game, but you know what? I've decided I'm not going to play it. It's clear that we're hitting a bit of dodgy form at the moment. They have actually just toned up. I forgot to mention, but they did just release a patch actually. They've toned up ultimate difficulty, and it seems to be that it's got to the point where the opposition will just score any goal. So really need to just sort of take a step back, and I think we'll play a few of these games off the camera, and see where we are. And that will probably come back round about the Juventus game, because of course that's a big one in terms of the title clash and Napoli as well. So, I think we're going to miss out a few games now, and we'll be back in April to see where it goes. Like I say, I just got a feeling, I'm not going to, I'm going to lose another one. I can't lose 3 episodes on the bounce. It just, I cannot do that. And I really don't want to run the risk. So, we are going to stick with just a 2 today. So I do apologise for anyone who was hoping for maybe a little bit longer episode, and also for us to beat Liverpool. It just wasn't to be, unfortunately. Played pretty poor. So, you're unlikely to win games, aren't you, when you play poor? So, there you go. But on the other hand, if you have enjoyed that, then, please do leave a like on the video. Let me know that you've enjoyed it. And also, subscribe to the channel as well, if you aren't already, for more regular gaming content on the likes of FIFA, and, sometimes PES as well. On that note, I think we're going to finish it off there. Thanks so much for watching if you made it through to the end. And on that note, I'll see you soon.